She let her call me baby, but I do not need a setter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Sponge. No. Quaker Omaha. He's checking. Quick.
To throw is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Push him back. Middle.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
I'm coming for you, son. Mark 55.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jermaine Kearse, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Dancing to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 3rd down, Cousins. He was trying to keep his, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. From the 50, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The best multitasker in the business, the coach. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Flush to his right. Airing one deep for Curse. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead. And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half.
They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On the toss, here's Johnson. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Eluding the pressure right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
51.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Check, 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 check. 300.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Nick Perry. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Nick Perry in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and long for Cousins. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
A big gain on
Pilot,
the play.
64,
It leads to 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Nick Perry. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They give to Johnson going right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Complete to the right. This is Garçon. And all the way up to the 49. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cousins on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Perry in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Throwing is Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Daniil Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hey, 382, let's 50.
Play action now. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, Ken.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We can't be stopped.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
You don't want to, hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Rush in. Hey, Steamer. Rush in.
Following the interception, Cousins over the middle to Garcon. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Watch twin.
Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
But now it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Cousins on 4th down. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Play fake, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes our score 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Detroit, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.